Hello everyone, welcome to another Shiksha again. So the topic that I've taken is complex numbers. What are these numbers? Why they came into existence? What is their history? What is their future? How it can be used practically? Is it really important for you in your career, in your future, in physics, in mathematics? We will understand all this, okay? Because you should not have any doubt in this regard. So first of all, complex numbers are represented by Z, okay? It is also written as Z is equal to A plus IB or BI. Here A is called as the real part and B is called as the imaginary part. Okay. Now what is I here? I is the, one second, let me clear this. I is the imaginary number. Okay, imaginary number means it doesn't exist, but still it is very important for us. Like when zero came into existence, people thought that what is the use of zero, but when this zero was added here, the value increased automatically and we understood that yes, zero is very important for us. In the same way, I, which is also called as iota, you also call it as iota, is very important for us. So listen this whole chapter carefully. Don't skip any of the parts, because if you will skip it, then you will have to skip some questions in your exams also in future. Okay, so listen carefully. I have made a very short video, shortest video possible on this, so listen carefully. I is equal to root under -1. Okay, this you have to remember always. This is the imaginary number. We don't know the root of it, but we represent it with I. Wherever root under -1 comes, we have to use I there. Okay, that will make our all the questions simple. Okay. Now, if I is equal to root under -1, then what will be I square? I square will be root under -1 into root under -1 equal to -1. What will be I cube? I cube will be I square into I, which is equal to -1 into I, which is equal to -I. What is I to the power 4? I to the power 4 is I cube into I, which is equal to -I into I, which is equal to -I square, which is equal to 1. So we have got four values: I square, I cube, and I to the power 4. Why I have not taken I to the power 5? Because this one is enough for you and your exams and practically for your use in future. Okay, so I will tell you only those things which are most important for you. So please don't skip. Now we know that I is equal to root under -1. We know that I square is equal to -1. I cube is equal to I to the power 4 is equal to 1. Now, if we are adding I plus I square plus I cube plus I to the power 4, okay, what will be the value of this? Let us find out. Let us write it again. I plus I square is -1, I cube is -I, and I to the power 4 is 1. This will be equal to I -1 minus I plus 1. This 1 and 1 will be 0. This minus I and I will be 0, which is equal to 0. That means I plus I square plus I cube plus I to the power 4 is always equal to 0. Not only this, but also if you are taking I to the power n as the first element and you are taking its consecutive numbers like this, plus I to the power n plus 2 plus I to the power n plus 3, then this will also be equal to 0. That is, the sum of all four consecutive powers, okay, powers of I is always equal to 0. You need not have to think that here the power is 1. Just whatever the power is here, the consecutive should be here also. That is, when 1 added to it, then 1 is added to it, then again 1 is added to this. So these all are consecutive powers of I, and the sum of four consecutive powers of I is 0, not 5. That also you will have to keep in mind, and we will use these formulas practically also. Okay, let us move further. Now, how the complex numbers came? Okay, we learned about the number system. We learned about natural numbers before, isn't it? Like 1, 2, 3, and so on. Then we came across whole numbers that was given by 0 added to this whole natural numbers 1, 2, 3, and so on. Then came the integers. Okay, then came fractions, rational numbers. Then we also learned about irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Okay, these all came under one that is called real numbers. Okay, real numbers. But imaginary numbers are not in this category. They are different. Imaginary numbers that are just imagined. Okay. So real numbers plus the imaginary numbers when taken, then all the numbers that we have studied in this universe is known to us. Okay, you can think like that. Okay, now let's go through some practical questions. Let me clear this. Now we'll cover some practical questions. Like you have been given z is equal to a plus ib, or it can be written as 2 plus 3i or i3. Then what is the real number in this? Real number is 2. Imaginary number in this? Imaginary number is 3 here. Okay, so this is very much clear to you, I think, and let's see this in graph. Let us prepare a graph here. This is the y-axis, that is the imaginary axis. Imaginary axis. Okay, what is this? This x, this is the axis of real numbers, that is real part. So if we are given 2 plus 3i here, then let this be 2, let this be 3, and the point we will get here, this is of imaginary axis, this is real. Now we will get a point here. We can join this 2 like this, and we also can draw a line from here. This is the form of triangle, isn't it? It looks like a triangle. Now we can take an angle here, that is, let it be alpha or theta. Now here, if we are writing a, b and c here, then what will be tan alpha? Tan alpha will be equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side, isn't it? That is equal to, what is AB? AB is 3, and what is BC? BC is 2, and we have to take the absolute value of this. Okay, we can also write here imaginary part. Okay, imaginary part divided by the real part. We can write here real part also. Okay, now what is this alpha? Alpha is called as argument of the complex number given. So you have to keep this in mind when you are told to find out argument of a complex number. You have to represent in this way. Okay, now let us move further. Plus I square plus I cube plus I to the power 4 is always equal to 0. Now, if you are told I to the power 17 plus I to the power 18 plus I to the power 19 plus I to the power 20, then its value will always be equal to 0 only, because we know that I to the power n plus I to the power n plus 1 plus I to the power n plus 2 plus I to the power n plus 3 is always equal to 0, which you have to keep in mind. Now, let us move further. Conjugate of a complex number. Conjugate of complex number z is, it is represented as this and is given as, if z is equal to a plus ib, then z conjugate will be equal to a minus ib. This also you have to remember for doing the questions that will come in your exams. Okay, modulus of a complex number z is equal to a plus ib is given by modulus of z is represented like this is equal to root under a square plus b square. This also you have to keep in mind because the questions will come which will ask you to find the value of this. Okay. Now let us do some practical questions too. Let me clear this whole page. Now let's take a question here which is given as 1 by 3 plus 3i whole cube. What will be the value of this? This is in the form a plus b the whole cube. You already know the formula for this, which is written as a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. Okay. Now we can use this formula and write here a cube means 1 by 3 whole cube, b cube means 3i whole cube plus 3ab 3 into 1 by 3 into 3i into a plus b means 1 by 3 plus 3i. Okay, is equal to 1 by 3 whole cube will be 1 by 27 plus 27i cube plus this will cancel out 3i into 1 by 3 plus 3i which will be equal to 1 by 27 minus 27i because I cube is minus I. So minus 27 I will be here. Now let us bring these brackets outside. This will be first of all 3i into 1 by 3 is I plus 3i into 3i is 9i square which is equal to now we can write 1 by 27 minus 27i plus I is minus 26i. 9i square means minus 9 which is equal to let us take 27 as LCM. Now 27 into 1, 1 will come here, minus 9 into 27, minus 26. I will come here. Now, what can we do with this? 27 into 9 is 243 divided by, it will come 27, minus 26i is outside, okay, is equal to minus 242 divided by 27 minus 26. I, this is the imaginary part and this is the real part and no need to simplify it further. This is sufficient for you. Okay. So now let's move further. If you are given a question like this, then how to convert it in standard form of a plus ib. Let us try this. 1 by 3 minus 4i can be also written like this. We have to multiply with the conjugate of the denominator, and conjugate I have already told you that this minus will be plus or plus is minus, that is called the conjugate. Now what can we do here? Here we can write 3 plus 4i divided by 3 square minus 4i whole square, okay, is equal to 3 plus 4i divided by 9 minus 16i square. I square will be minus, so plus 16i, which is equal to, so sorry, not I will not be there because we have already taken that. 4i into 4i is 16i square. I square is minus 1, that we have already converted and we have taken plus here. Now this will come here 3 plus 4i divided by 25, which we can write it as 3 by 25 plus 4 by 25 I. This is the imaginary part, this is the real part, and this is in the standard form where this is A and this is B. So in this way, you have to convert these kinds of questions to standard form. Okay. Now one question on argument. First of all, what is argument? I already told you before also. Like this, if there is real part as A and imaginary part as B, this is I. And here, if we are taking a point which is now say Z is equal to A plus IB. Okay. Now here this is A and B. If we are taking theta here, then tan theta will be equal to B by A, or theta is equal to tan inverse B by A, and this we can take modulus of it. Okay, Tan inverse B by A is the argument. Theta is called as argument. Let us do some questions on this. Let me clear this and go to next page. Let us take a question like 1 plus I root 3. Okay. Now we have to find out the argument in this. You can think it graphically also. Here there is 1, here there is root 3, and here is the point. Let us take this. If this is root 3, then this value will be root 3, and this whole value is 1. Now what will be tan theta? Tan theta will be equal to opposite side divided by adjacent side, and the modulus of that, which is equal to root 3. So theta will be equal to tan inverse of root 3, which is equal to pi by 3. That is pi by 3, or you can say as 60 degree. Tan 60 is root 3. So here the argument can be given as theta is equal to pi by 3. This is also understood. Now we will do polar form of a complex number. Let me clear this. Polar form of a complex number says z is equal to a plus ib. Polar form, or you can write it as trigonometric form. Okay, trigonometric form can also be written here. So if you are told to convert a given complex number into polar form, or you are told to convert it in trigonometric form, both means same. We will convert it as that is also equal to, we can write here r into cos theta plus I into sin theta, where r is equal to modulus of z and theta is equal to argument of z. Okay, this only you have to remember for converting it. We already know the modulus to find out the modulus of the complex number z, and also know the argument. So let us do a practical question on this. Let us take a complex number z is equal to minus 3 root under 2 plus 3 root under 2 I. Okay, now here this is a and this is b. This is well known. What will be the modulus of z? The modulus of z is equal to a square plus b square, that is minus 3 root 2 whole square plus 3 root 2 whole square, which will be equal to root under, this will be 9 into 2 is 18, plus this will be 9 into 2 is 18, which is equal to root under 36, which is equal to plus minus 6, but we have to take the modulus of this, so this will be positive quantity, that is, you can also write as 6. What is this? This we have found the value of r. Now we have to find the value of theta. Let's go to next page. Let us write the complex number again. Z is equal to minus 3 root 2 plus 3 root 2 I. Let us think it graphically, because it will help you a lot in finding the argument. Let us take here minus 3 by 2 on the x-axis and 3 root 2 on the y-axis. This is the point which is in second quadrant, and let us draw a line here. So this is the theta that you have to find out. Now let us make a triangle here. Let us take it as alpha. Now what will be tan alpha? Tan alpha will be equal to opposite side, which is this one, which is 3 root 2. So we will write here 3 root 2 divided by adjacent side, which is minus 3 root 2, and we will take the absolute value of this, that is equal to 1. So alpha is equal to 45 degree. Now but we have to find out theta. What is theta here? Theta is equal to 180 minus alpha. So which is equal to, you can write 180 minus 45 degree. Let me do it above. We can write here theta is equal to 180 minus alpha. Let us take it as pi minus alpha, which is equal to pi minus, what is 45? Pi by 4, which is equal to, this will be 3 pi by 4. So you can write theta as 3 pi by 4. Now what we can write? Now we can write in polar form as z is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta, which is equal to r was 6 Cos theta means cos of 3 pi by 4 plus I sine of 3 pi by 4. So all the topics have been covered, all types of questions has been done. The thing that is left is practice, practice and practice. And whatever doubts you have, please share it with me or please mention in the comment box. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.